The Ring, directed by Gore Verbinski and released in 2002, is a chilling horror film that revolves around the mysterious and lethal videotape that curses its viewers with death in 7 days. The story begins with two teenage girls, Katie and Becca, discussing an urban legend about the cursed videotape. Katie reveals that she had watched the tape a week earlier, and soon after, she experiences terrifying visions and dies under mysterious circumstances. This tragedy sets the stage for the film's protagonist, Rachel Keller, a journalist and Katie's aunt, who becomes determined to uncover the truth behind her niece's untimely death. Her investigation leads her into a dark and suspenseful journey that intertwines with supernatural elements and a desperate race against time. Rachel's quest for answers takes her to the cabin where Katie and her friends watch the tape. There, she finds and watches the mysterious videotape, which consists of a series of haunting and unsettling images that seem to have no logical connection. Almost immediately after viewing the tape, Rachel receives a phone call with a chilling message. 7 days. Realizing she has unwittingly subjected herself to the curse, Rachel enlists the help of her ex-boyfriend, Noah, a skeptical video analyst, to further investigate the tape's origins. As they delve deeper, they uncover a tale of tragedy involving a young girl named Samara Morgan, who possessed psychic abilities and was ultimately responsible for the creation of the cursed tape. The investigation leads Rachel and Noah to the island where Samara lived with her adoptive parents. They learn that Samara was adopted by Anna and Richard Morgan, who struggled with Samara's disturbing abilities that caused harm to those around her. Anna's mental deterioration ultimately led her to commit suicide, while Samara was confined to a mental hospital. Rachel and Noah discover that Samara's tormented spirit is seeking vengeance from beyond the grave, using the videotape as a conduit to spread her curse. In an attempt to find closure and stop the curse, Rachel visits the Morgan family farm, where she uncovers a well hidden beneath the floorboards. This discovery reveals that Samara was thrown into the well by Anna and left to die, but not before creating the cursed tape that would ensure her story is never forgotten. In a climactic sequence, Rachel falls into the well and experiences a vision of Samara's tragic life and death. By finding Samara's remains, Rachel believes she has appeased the restless spirit and broken the curse. However, the relief is short-lived as Noah is killed shortly after, revealing that the curse is still very much alive. Rachel realizes that the only way to survive the curse is to make a copy of the tape and show it to someone else, thus passing on the curse in a continuous cycle. This revelation is both horrifying and tragic, as it suggests that the curse can never truly be broken, only transferred to another unsuspecting victim. The film concludes with Rachel making a copy of the tape for her son Aiden, who had inadvertently watched the original. This desperate act of survival underscores the film's central theme of the inescapable nature of the curse and the lengths to which individuals will go to save themselves and their loved ones. The Ring combines elements of mystery, horror, and psychological thriller to create a haunting narrative that lingers with viewers long after the credits roll. Its innovative approach to the horror genre and its exploration of fear and guilt make it a standout film that continues to captivate audiences and inspire discussions about the power of storytelling and the consequences of our actions. The 2002 horror film, The Ring, directed by Gore Verbinski, is often remembered for its haunting visuals and chilling storyline, but not many are aware of the intricate behind-the-scenes secrets that contributed to its eerie atmosphere. Naomi Watts, who played the lead role of journalist Rachel Keller, was not the first choice for the role. The producers initially considered other actresses, but Watts' audition impressed them with her ability to convey a deep sense of vulnerability and determination. Furthermore, the film's iconic videotape was painstakingly crafted using practical effects rather than relying heavily on CGI, contributing to its unsettling realism. The production team drew inspiration from numerous sources, including surrealist art, to create the disturbing images that linger in viewers' minds long after the credits roll. One of the fascinating trivia points about The Ring is its connection to urban legends and real-world folklore. The movie is a remake of the Japanese film Ringu, which itself is based on Koji Suzuki's novel, inspired by the legend of the Onryo, or vengeful spirit, in Japanese culture. This connection to traditional folklore is a key element that adds depth to the film's story, resonating with audiences familiar with these tales. Moreover, the cursed videotape motif cleverly plays on the fear of technology and media, a theme that was particularly poignant in the early 2000s. The film also features a subtle nod to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, with the use of a similar musical note sequence, tying it to the legacy of classic psychological thrillers. In terms of Easter eggs, The Ring is laced with hidden details that reward eagle-eyed viewers. For instance, the number 7 recurs throughout the film, which not only ties into the 7 days the characters have before their demise after watching the tape, but also appears in various forms, such as the number of horses seen during a key scene. Another intriguing detail is the use of color. The film employs a cold, desaturated palette except for scenes related to the cursed tape, which are slightly more vibrant to subtly guide the viewer's attention. Additionally, the disturbing imagery of the tape itself contains hidden symbols and messages that align with the film's themes, offering layers of meaning for those willing to delve deeper. Exploring the psychology behind The Ring reveals why it resonates so strongly with audiences. The film taps into primal fears, such as the fear of death, the unknown, and the uncontrollable nature of fate. Its narrative structure, which follows a countdown to an inevitable doom, mirrors the anxiety-inducing ticking clock of real-life deadlines and pressures. The character of Samara, the ghostly antagonist, represents repressed trauma and the consequences of ignoring deep-seated issues, a theme that resonates with psychological studies on the suppression of negative emotions. The film's tension is heightened by its use of sound and silence, manipulating the audience's emotional responses in a way that is both jarring and captivating. The impact and legacy of The Ring are undeniable, as the film not only revitalized interest in horror remakes, but also introduced Western audiences to the unique storytelling style of J-horror. It set the stage for a wave of similar adaptations, including films like The Grudge and Dark Water, which further explored the fusion of Eastern and Western horror elements. The film's success also had a profound influence on the horror genre, encouraging filmmakers to experiment with slow-burn narratives and psychological depth, rather than relying solely on jump scares. The Ring has become a cultural reference point, with its imagery and themes widely recognized and parodied in media. Ultimately, The Ring endures as a landmark in horror cinema, not only for its ability to terrify, but also for its rich, layered storytelling that invites viewers to uncover its mysteries. The film's legacy continues to inspire new generations of filmmakers and horror enthusiasts, proving that the combination of compelling narrative, innovative visuals, and psychological insight can create an enduring impact. Whether you're a seasoned horror fan or a newcomer to the genre, The Ring offers a chilling experience that explores the boundaries of fear, storytelling, and the human psyche.